Have you ever actually stopped to think about how your brain communicates with your face? Like, how does a random thought in your head seamlessly translate into a smile, a blink, or even your ability to taste your morning coffee? Well, it definitely doesn't happen by magic. It all happens through an absolutely intricate, highly vital electrical wiring system known as the cranial nerves. So, welcome to this explainer, where we're going to explore this incredible biological network together. Here's our quick roadmap for today's medical detective journey. We're going to meet the cranial nerves, categorize them as sensory, motor, or mixed, see what happens when the wires fray, look at the clinical exam, and finally wrap up with how to preserve your wiring. Okay, let's dive into this. Section 1. Meet the cranial nerves, the brain's 12 cables.
So, unlike the nerves in your arms or your legs that branch off your spinal cord down your back, your cranial nerves are totally unique. They originate directly from the cerebrum and the brainstem. That's the main command center itself. You can kind of think of them as these high-speed cables plugging straight into a supercomputer, specifically designed to handle the incredibly complex functions of your head and neck. Now, to actually memorize these 12 distinct cables, medical students have relied on playful memory tricks for decades. Notice the classic mnemonic right here on the table. Ooh, 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 to touch and feel very good velvet. Such heaven. The very first letter of each word corresponds to a specific nerve. Olfactory, optic, oculomotor, trochlear, trigeminal, abducens, facial, vestibulocochlear, glossopharyngeal, vagus, accessory, and hypoglossal. Honestly, it's just a fun, engaging way to make sense of some pretty heavy neuroanatomy.
And you'll notice we keep saying there are 12 cranial nerves, right? But the reality is that there are exactly 12 paired nerves. This means every single one of those 12 cables splits right at the source to serve both the left and right sides of your body simultaneously. So you have one olfactory nerve for your left nostril and one for your right. It's just a beautifully symmetrical system.
Section 2. Sensory, motor, and mixed. Categorizing the wires.
Moving right along, let's categorize these wires based on their actual functional roles. We basically have sensory nerves, motor nerves, and then some nerves that do both. And to really grasp this, I actually want you to engage with your own body for a second. On one side, we have purely sensory nerves. These are your input cables. The optic nerve brings in visual data. The olfactory nerve brings in smell. On the flip side, we have purely motor nerves. Those are your output cables. Right now, without moving your head at all, just physically look hard to your left and then hard to your right. You know what that was? You literally just felt your abducens and trochlear cranial nerves firing in real time, commanding those extraocular muscles to pull your eyes side to side. Now, what's really interesting about this slide is that some of these cables are mixed. They handle both sensation and movement. Take the trigeminal nerve, for example. It lets you feel a cool breeze on your cheek,